Okay, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another College and Career Pathways, where every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday we provide you with information on various colleges and universities, financial aid resources, technical schools, skilled trade professions, career readiness skills, and employment opportunities, all designed to help you make the best career decisions possible. I am Toni Cureton, your host, and today we are with Michigan Schools and Government Credit Union. We are continuing in our financial literacy series. Welcome back, Colleen. We are so glad to have you. And today we are going to be talking about common financial scams and frauds that are out. So, Colleen, take it away.
Thank you. Thank you. Great to be here. Yes, we are getting into scams, and this workshop plus the next one on identity theft kind of build into each other. So today we're really looking at types of scams and keeping an eye out for scams. So as I tend to do, I have a little video and that kind of introduces what we're going to cover, and then we will go back together.
It had been a long night of working the case, with only the sound of the driving rain against my window keeping me company. I was about to call it a night when the dame walked in.
It's sunny and 11:30 in the morning.
She was sharp, and her hair was strangely orange, like a pumpkin with a $5 spray tan.
Hey, can you help me or not?
I could tell by the look in her eye, and by the way she had blatantly just asked me, that this dame needed my help. And by me, I mean Inspector Badger, scam detective.
Have you seen...
Oh, I've seen it all. Every scam and fraud imaginable. Unexpected money and winnings, buyer-seller fraud, fake charities, dating schemes, get-rich-quick operations, threats and extortion, and identity theft.
That looks very elaborate.
There's a whole world of scam artists out there, pumpkin hair.
It's Jen.
And I've devoted my life to sniffing out every last one of the scam bags behind these schemes. It's a tough case for anyone. And by anyone, I mean me. Inspector Badger, scam detective.
Can you walk me through some of these?
Unexpected money and winnings are the classics. The scammer reaches out to you, posing as a lawyer or a contest organizer, or sometimes as a deposed prince of Nigeria. Then he gives you the good news. You've won a prize, or you've got an inheritance coming your way.
Oh?
But there's a complication.
Oh no.
You need to pay a fee or a lottery tax, or provide some personal banking information in order to claim the money. So you pay up, and then guess what?
No prize?
You're lucky if the scammer just takes the payment and runs. I've seen him empty out entire bank accounts before.
No prize.
If something seems too good to be true, it probably is. When it comes to buying and selling, the internet is a minefield of fake seller profiles.
Fake selling histories, fake reviews, fake products?
There are imposters all the way down the chain. Speaking of imposters, some of these scoundrels will go as low as impersonating or inventing charities, especially in the wake of a major disaster.
Ugh, that's gross.
Speaking of gross, in dating schemes, the scammer will pose as a love interest and build an emotional bond with his or her target. Then, suddenly, the new sweetheart asks for gifts, travel fare, or financial help with an emergency. The money gets transferred, the profile gets deleted, and the sweetheart disappears without a trace, leaving the target broke and broken-hearted. And once you're broke, you start getting desperate, which makes you an easy mark for job placement scams, pyramid schemes, and other get-rich-quick operations.
That's so scary.
You want scary? Threats and extortion are all about Fear! The scammer will often pose as an authority figure and threaten arrest or harm unless the target coughs up the cash. Ransomware falls under extortion too. A hacker will hold computer files hostage and insist you pay up. Last but not least, we have identity theft. Whether it's through a data breach or impersonating others, scammers will try to extract your personal information. That info can then be sold to other scammers, or used to access bank accounts, to claim government services, or to build convincing profiles in order to enact other nefarious schemes.
How is it even possible to protect yourself from all of this?
Scams are always evolving and becoming more sophisticated, but there are some common elements. Scammers want you to act before you have time to think. They use intimidation, timing, and scarcity to pressure you into responding a certain way. If something doesn't seem right, don't move forward, don't provide any information, don't click that link. Instead, pause, investigate, give your brain a chance to catch up. So, what do we got? My gut says a textbook unexpected winning scam.
Huh? Oh, I was actually just looking for the optometrist. I guess I had the wrong floor.
Oh, the encounter had been the result of a fateful mix-up. But that did not deter me. And by me, I mean Inspector Badger. Oh, she's gone. Inspector Badger? I won. Well, I don't remember entering a contest. No, you're probably right. Ready for my credit card number?
All right, so a little ridiculous. Not what the not ridiculous, the last part. Oops, get out of here. Okay, how to spot scams. Now, the average time it takes for an individual to fall for a scam is 82 seconds. And it's just like they said, they want emotion. It's to trigger emotion. The faster we can get through this, the less I can get you to think. So we have moved past the days of, well, if you just pay attention, you won't be scammed. If you're just smart about things, you won't fall for a scam. It's scams these days. They're coming at you through text. They're coming at you through phone call, email, in the mail. There's job offer scams. There's whole online work businesses, stores that are scams, that door to door people coming, that's a scam. You can't be on guard 100% if it's all coming at you. So you have to be ready. You have to be aware. You have to say, you know what? I might be getting scammed right now. So we're going to look at what are some of the common types of scams. Like Inspector Badger said, they're evolving, they're changing. It's why we get new money printed. Once someone learns how to counterfeit it, well, then we got to change it to a new design. And then eventually someone learns how to counterfeit that design. So again, scams kind of go through cycles. Unexpected money. Unexpected money, a wealthy person asks for help with the transfer of a large sum of money. They may say they're an estate lawyer. You're receiving money from a relative. More likely, you may be getting contacted for a scholarship. Oh, congratulations. Remember that scholarship you applied for? Well, you won $10,000 scholarship. Yeah, congratulations. So we just need your banking information and we're going to deposit it right away. You're so excited about, I got $10,000. That's what you focus on. So the winning could come, or not winning, the money could come in a lot of different forms. Same idea. unexpected winnings. I do this this workshop, excuse me, on scams to a lot of senior centers, and with a lot of older people, elderly, have issues with getting scammed. And one of them is particular unexpected winnings. I have letters that people have handed me. Dear so-and-so, this is Publishers Clearinghouse. You've won, the big prize of, $300,000, $800,000. Please call this number. We're going to work through it. They even sent a check, here's a check for some, a little bit of the money. And luckily, she said, oh, I just showed it to my son and, was excited. And he said, this is not real. Look at all these signs. You got to know the signs, unexpected winnings. First of all, it said, contact this person. Then later in the letter, it reminded you to contact that person under a different name. And then it was signed by one name, and then the signature was a different name. And it also said, don't mention this. It is our policy that this is confidential until your winnings are received. No legitimate company is going to do that. No company is going to give away money and not want you to tell everybody. So don't tell anyone about this. Huge red flag for winnings, for money. You get caught up in the fact that you're getting money. You got to remember this. You got to think of these things. Buyer seller fraud. This is another one that younger people, in their teens and their 20s, 30s fall for a lot. They are really into Facebook Marketplace and just Craigslist and eBay and just picking stuff up. And what's the other one? Free Cycle, Cheap Cycle, which are great, but because of the convenience, because of the rapid fire, yes, I'll take it. Yep, I'll meet you there. Venmo me the money. A lot of stuff can fall through the cracks. You send someone money before you make an arrangement when you're picking it up. Suddenly you're ghosted. They never respond. You never get the item. Someone says they sent you the package. They send you fake tracking information. So you go ahead and send the money. You've got to be very careful. You've got to see what you're getting. You have to assume that you're ready to lose any money that you're spending with someone you don't know. Otherwise, you make sure, okay, I received the package. Now here's the money. Oh, I'll pick it up on Friday and I'll hand you the money when we do this. I bought a laptop from someone and we met in a police station parking lot because that's an expensive item. And I wanted to make sure there wasn't like bricks inside, there, was an actual computer inside and he wasn't just trying to rob me. The likelihood of it happening is so tiny, but hey, let's just do it in a police station just in case. You've got to think. You see on the news about these puppy scams, it breaks your heart. These 100% pure breed, or especially right around Christmas time, all these puppies, great deals on these purebred puppies, and kids get so excited, or someone promises a dog to the family, and either when they meet up, they take the money and quick drive away, or they don't hand the dog over. It's just it's terrible. So be careful. It's one of the big ones. Fake charities. Again, this is the time of year, especially this time of year. People are feeling generous. They're going to say, this is our one-time annual, holiday attempt at getting money, for whatever it is. Certainly, if you're getting a phone call, if you're getting a text, but really a phone call from a charity, and they'd like you to make a donation, and they'd like you to make it over the phone right then. You say, well, mail me something, or tell me a website I can go to, to put the information in, but I'm not going to give you my credit card number or debit card number over the phone. It's just not necessary. I'm making a donation. I'll send it to you when you send me some sort of paperwork. No, we need it right now. We only take it over the phone. You only take it over the phone? You don't send things out of the mail to collect donations like, any other charity? So that is extremely suspicious. If a charity needs money urgently, they need it right now before you can again start to think about it, or they just want the numbers. They just want your card information. Sending them $20 is great, but having your credit card number means I can accidentally put another 0 on it or another 2 zeros on it and say, oh, I'm so sorry. We're working on reversing it. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll transfer you over to our accounting department to reverse the mistake. Again, donating to charities is fine. It's wonderful. You just want to check. You don't want to do it. I don't want to say willy-nilly, but you want to know if the person standing in front of you. You want to know where this office is. This, is it Red Cross? Let me look it up and verify. Is it Salvation Army? You really want to make sure if it's your money and you want it to go to the right place. Do a review online, fake charities, or let's say it's called, I don't know, Money Unlimited Charity, and you look up Money Unlimited Charity. Oh, I've seen that's a scam. Just take that couple seconds, take that 30 seconds, pull up your phone, look it up. And it's kind of in between these two, the fake charities and buyer-seller fraud. I guess it would be more buyer-seller, but these fake stores, these fake mirror stores, reflection stores. You see a store on Facebook, with these crazy sales, and you click on it and you order something and you're like, wow, these are so cheap. This is so great. And they've got a legitimate website. You put in your information. They've got for returns, email here. But when you email there, gets returned. This is no such email address. When you call the phone number, well, this is no phone number, and you don't get the items. So even though it looks just like a real website, or it's similar to a real store, like a legitimate store, it's terrible. I've known people who've spent a lot of money on clothes they thought were real cheap. If it sounds too good to be true, it's too good to be true. Buyer, seller, fraud, right? We're looking out for that fraud. Getting a good deal at a store in person, that's one thing. Having communication, picking it up in person, that's great. But you got to be very wary, especially this time of year. People are throwing money around to a lot of different websites, a lot of stores. It's easy for something to get missed. Don't miss anything. Dating schemes. A target is charmed by a new online sweetheart and develops an emotional bond. Now, I want to make sure to mention the dating schemes concept is really relationship schemes. This could be an online boyfriend, girlfriend, but it could just be a friend. My online friend, my pen pal that lives in Florida, this person I've begun talking to. Oh, I'm an old elderly person, and this person is like a grandchild. I talk to them about my day. You can have relationships online with people that aren't romantic relationships. So this absolutely applies to any online relationship, any relationship where you have not met, FaceTimed, seen them in person. The swindle, the red flag is they need money. They need help. Something's happened. I need money. I need a lot of it. That happens a second time. It happens a third time. And you know what? People have legitimate reasons for asking for money. People have legitimate reasons for needing it a second and a third time. But when you say, oh man, I had this thing happen. Oh, you'll never believe it. Can you send me a little bit of money this time? I'm struggling. What's the answer? Is it no? Absolutely not. Is it sure it's coming? It's coming. It's coming. It never comes. Are you willing to help me like I'm willing to help you? A lot of times it's very one way. This is the last time. This is the last time. And it's not. And again, no matter what kind of relationship, even if you've devoted yourself to someone you thought, was a friend, or you thought was, an online friend, that they've been lying, you've been sending them money for, rent and to keep the lights on and to, pay for gas in the car, when really this person doesn't exist, but you've spent so much time, devoted to them, that you don't want it to be true. It can't be true. I can't acknowledge that I've made that mistake. And they stay longer just because then it doesn't seem fake. Be wary of any online relationship. It's okay to necessarily have one, all of these things. It's okay to shop online, check reviews, look at store reviews before you put your card information. You can have your cart, you can have your stuff, but before you put any payment information, if this is not a online store you've ordered from before, check reviews, online reviews. Is this a scam company? Better Business Bureau. You don't even have to read the whole article. If they're mentioned in the article, see if you can find that item somewhere else. Get rich quick schemes. A job placement service offers a position for an unemployed target, or the target is approached by a business person with an investment opportunity. This one is, one of those like 86 seconds ones where get rich quick. Okay, I'm in, and you haven't really thought it through. You're already thinking on the next step. I know people who have experienced this with job placements, or I should say with job offers, when they're looking for a job. One was a photography job, and they called and had a phone interview that was about 15 minutes. And they said, oh, yep, you're hired, you're in, it's $50 an hour, and we're going to need you to buy equipment at these, specific websites because we're partners with them, but we'll reimburse you with your first check. And okay, that may be possible, but hold on, wait a minute, hold on. We just talked for 15 minutes and you're already asking me to spend thousands of dollars at a job I haven't even started yet. And $50 an hour, that's great, but this was, just a kind of local photography job. You're just thinking about the money, you're thinking about the opportunity. You got to stop, ask more questions, ask more questions, ask more questions. I've had this back when I was waitressing, when I was serving tables many years ago. There'd be a lot of customers over the years who say, you know what, I can get you a job at my sales place, or I can get you a job working here or selling these things or making this much money. And I've met with people, I've had friends that you sit down and meet with them, and depending on the situation, you're like, I don't think so. They want, it's free training or it's unpaid training. That's definitely a red flag. It's 2 weeks of unpaid training. It's solely commission. You only earn what you sell. What were some other things? Just the sense of urgency, anything that's odd. Trying to get you out. That's what it was, paying money. I'm sorry. Not only it's free training, but you have to pay money. You have to buy a kit, or you have to spend a lot of money on a special item in order to do that job before you've done anything. It's a very red flag. Be careful. You are not the exception to the rule. A lot of people think, well, I'm too smart for this. I know this is really this company. I wouldn't fall for something like that. These people are professionals. They're good at their job. They spend all day, every day, calling, emailing, reaching out to thousands of people. If I can just get a handful of them to fall for it, I get tens of thousands of dollars. I only need a handful of people to fall for it. So you're not the exception to the rule. Threats and extortion. This is another big one. This one, a lot of homeowners come across or get sent to in the mail or through phone calls. You receive an urgent demand from the government that you owe money on taxes, you miss jury duty, there's a warrant out for your arrest, you owe money in back taxes that your house is going to be taken, we're going to garnish your wages, you're getting evicted, some sort of terrible thing is going to happen unless you pay this money. And it's the government. It has to be real. Who's going to pretend to be the government, right? There's also from companies. This is your water, your electricity, your gas, your cable, and we never received your last payment. But you know what? If you pay us right now over the phone, we won't shut it off. Otherwise, sorry, you're getting shut off. Oh, it's Friday afternoon. Yeah, if you don't pay now, they're on the way over there. They're already headed out your way. Anything getting shut off immediately after one missed payment that you may or may not, let's say I did miss the payment, or let's say it did get lost in the mail. Okay. One missed payment isn't going to get your stuff shut off. And they aren't going to say you need to do it right now. We're not even willing to negotiate or compromise or discuss anything. No. You know what? I'm going to hang up and call you back. That's when they're going to say, no, don't hang up. Don't call me back because you're going to call the actual company and they're going to say, I don't know what you're talking about. Your account is paid in full. If anyone claims to be from your credit card company, from your bank, your credit union, from your Kohl's credit card, any of the things, hang up, call the number on the back of the card, hang up, call the main number. If it's a legitimate fraud request, or, it's not request, if it's a inquiry, hey, we're calling about a fraud that we think, or we're calling to alert you about something we think might be fraud. If it's legit, that's fine. You call them back. They give you the same information. Nobody's offended. But if you call back and they say, well, we don't have any missing payments, or we don't have anyone working here like that, just hang up, call them back. Another threats, a big threats and extortion, huge among the elderly, is your grandchild is in jail, or your grandchild's been arrested. They've been arrested and they know you're the only one with money, or they know they can turn to you. We need $10,000 cash, $12,000 cash, $15,000 cash, well, not always, but cash, cryptocurrency, wiring money. We need it right now. And I'll come to your house to get it. I'll come meet you somewhere. This is either the lawyer asking, or sometimes the police asking for it. And it's just absolutely heartbreaking how many people come through MSGCU, because I hear about it. Okay, I need $10,000, or I need $12,000. I can't tell you why, or, oh, it's for my grandson. And I hear about it because it's, oh, luckily we sat her down, she called her grandson and he picked up and we stopped it, and we stop a lot of that, but we can't stop it all. We can't stop people from doing what they want to do. And people have a heart. People want to help. Again, it's that emotional trigger. So, oh, I just want to get it and pay it just in case. Well, hold on. Let's sit down. What's the name? Where did they say this lawyer was? What was the name of the lawyer? You don't know his name. You don't know how to contact him, but you're going to hand him, thousands of dollars. Tell your grandparents, or tell your parents, tell anybody who's, it's not going to be me, or I'm not going to call you from jail. Or if I call you, I'm going to say this, or don't fall for it unless it's this, because unfortunately they want to help and a lot of people fall for them. Identity theft. Identity theft is when a target is asked to log into their account, to confirm their password, maybe confirm their account number, the Visa card number, They claim to need information for a relative or a series of questions to confirm your identity, when in reality, that person is now going to use that information to pretend to be you, to mimic you, and maybe apply for a credit card or order some items online under your credit card, or go shopping right now. Hurry up and get those items right now with your credit card information, or log into an account and cash out some points, all kinds of different stuff. You got to be careful. The Wi-Fi, if you're on public Wi-Fi, you got to be careful not to say, remember me, remember me. You got to think of, what are you putting on your phone? You've got to just check things, double check things. It's, someone calls for information, nobody needs to confirm, your password or confirm your card number. Give us the last four. Give us the last four of this. Can you confirm your birthday? Okay. We've had a lot of times where someone cannot prove to us, that they're them, and we won't give them the money, or we won't access their account over the phone. I'm sorry if you don't have enough information. Are you giving away, information that people could use? What to do if you're targeted? Again, this could be while you're getting targeted. This could be afterwards. Whoops, definitely report it. People are embarrassed. People are ashamed. It happens to the best of us. It happens to companies. It happens to grandparents. It happens to teenagers. There was a teenager one I heard about recently that was online. They were being contacted saying, I'm a painter. I'd love to pay you to paint your portrait. And they'd somehow get their information, claiming they were going to pay them for painting them. And they ended up losing a lot of money. And interesting. You've got to tell your parents, if you're already an adult, you've got to tell the company. If they claim to be DTE, call DTE and say, someone pretended to be DTE saying I was going to get shut off. If someone claims to be MSGCU, call MSGCU, say, well, someone just claimed to be you. They said these things. These companies want to know. Report it to the police, especially door to door. They may be calling certain homes in your neighborhood. Even if the police can't solve your crime, they can't get your $200 back, but they can get a pattern. They can start to predict things. They can maybe follow multiple people's information to turn over to the FBI. I heard they actually work with the FBI, these local police precincts, a lot more than I thought. And they turn over a lot of information. So even if individually it doesn't seem like much, just report it. Just report it. This is what happened. This is the phone number that they called from. This is what they asked me for. This is what they told me. They can compare that to others. Go to the Better Business Bureau. Make a complaint. Document the information. Save all the emails. Print them out. Tell your friends, hey, don't shop at this website. Hey, here's a screenshot of the website, or here's a screenshot of the confirmation email I got. Tell your neighbors, hey, I've been getting these calls, or someone came to my door asking about this. Same thing. You just want to share the information. Hopefully you'd want someone to do the same for you. Tips for staying scam proof. Again, trying to stay scam proof. We're going to talk next time about how to prevent identity theft. So that's different than kind of falling for a scam. Buy some time. I always say, ask questions. Buy some time. Can you hold on a minute? I'm getting another call. Or can you hold on a minute? My mailman's at the door. Make up something. let me think about, let me log on, let me like, take the time to log on to, my DTE account or my Chase account, on the phone, hey, pull up our account. Take some time. No, it has to be done right now. It has to be done in the next 5 minutes. Really? Why? Take some time. The longer you take, the longer you think about it, the more questions you ask, the more you can kind of confirm or not confirm information, the more the bigger picture you'll have of the situation. Using the address bar. Again, instead of just typing I'm just going to say MSGCU, and the very first thing that comes up, you click on it. Well, that doesn't necessarily mean it's MSGCU. It could be a sponsored site, an ad, a mimicked one. Scroll down, look for the msgcu.org. When you're buying information, when you're buying items that aren't from Amazon, they're from some new place you haven't heard, or some website that doesn't look great, but they've got just what you need. Tell them you'll Venmo the information, or you'll send them a check. Something traceable. You want to send something traceable, and you want to send something that can be sent back. Handing someone cash, they're not going to give that back. Cross-reference, again, verify a company's identity. Means outside of the original communication. Well, I talked to them. Hang up and call them back. Email communications, and sometimes people will have not long-term, but communications of, we need you to send us money. We never received the check. Could you send us more money? We're still working on it on our end. So you could think you're developing some relationship with the guy down in accounting who's trying to really help you out. That isn't at all. Contact the original company. Use smaller screens when you're out in public. Be careful. You're not using speakerphone, just showing stuff. You're maybe not shopping on your iPad or doing banking information while you're sitting at Starbucks. Just leaving what's open. Don't put passwords in your phone, in the notebooks or notepad in the phone. How hard is it for someone to guess your password? I mean, one of your friends or one of your siblings, 2-3 attempts, are they going to get it? What can they do once they get in? What is preset? What is remember me? Credit card numbers already stored in the phone. Pre-entered your mobile wallet. Be very careful, leaving your phone anywhere. Someone can get a lot of information from there. And that is again, brief overview of different types of scams. Again, they're always evolving, and it kind of builds itself around the time. There's Mother's Day flower scams. Send you an email about a great deal on flowers if you buy right now in the next 5 minutes, and that's a scam. There was one in Michigan of people being contacted. They missed jury duty, and they, there was now a warrant out for their arrest, and they're going to go to jail unless they paid this incredible fine, right now. And you got to look on the state attorney general's website, Michigan Attorney General, michigan.gov. There's a ton of information. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, the CFPD, has a ton of information as well. I'll find some, and I'll send Ms. Cureton some resource sheets to pass along. Were there any questions or anything add to it that you can?
No, you're very thorough. They have, as technology continues to evolve, more and more scams, continue to come up as well. Now they're doing the scams with regards to AI and being able to mimic your voice.
The voice recognition, yes, that's just scary. Or the
really
photographs and creating evidence that's.
Yeah, it really is. It makes it challenging, and it can be quite discouraging, but if you're vigilant on guarding your personal information, who you give it to, when you give it out, how you give it out. Not going to say that it'll never happen, but you do minimize the opportunities for it to happen. So,
Right.
going forward, again, just be very conscious of your personal information, your passwords, and now through AI, when your phone rings, if it's a number you don't recognize, then don't answer, because
Absolutely. And if it's, I was looking at my emails, my personal email account, prior to this, and there's just so many emails, that my Netflix account is expired, and I'm like, I don't have a Netflix account. So I'm gonna go in and call them and say, oh, remove me from your list, or I'm gonna unsubscribe from it. But now they know that's a real person on the other end of that email. Or now they know that they can maybe maybe I'll try Hulu email next time. So just interacting with a scammer to say, I know you're a scammer. I caught you. Well, now they know that's a real phone number, and they're going to maybe try something else. So know that, again, you aren't the exception. I've heard, well, I don't have a credit card. I pay in cash, so I'm not going to get scammed. Well, there's a lot of other ways. I don't use electronic banking. I pay for everything in checks. Okay, well, there's still ways to get scammed. So there isn't really any one kind of activity that you can keep yourself from getting scammed. There's certainly paying in checks, perhaps, or paying in cash, perhaps, but it covers a lot of mediums.
it really does. Well, if you guys don't have any questions, then we will wrap this session up. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thank you, Colleen. A great presentation as always. And we will see you all next time. Everybody have a great day.
All right. Great day.